All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about something that's absolutely critical for any startup thinking big, but honestly, it's so often misunderstood. Global patent annuities. Getting this right, well, it can be the difference between locking down a market and just handing the keys to your competition. So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your global patent a ticking clock? And I'm serious. For so many founders, these recurring payments just kind of sneak up on them. But the stakes? They're incredibly high. This quote from our source material just hits the nail on the head. Annuities are like this low hum in the background of your super busy startup life, right up until there's suddenly a blaring alarm. So today, we're going to crank up the volume and figure out exactly what these things are and how you can get a handle on them. So first things first, we have to completely reframe how we think about this. This isn't just about paying some bill. No, we're talking about the very lifeblood, the heartbeat of your intellectual property. It's this huge gap between what people think annuities are and what they actually are. The common view is, oh, it's just a renewal fee, right? A box to check. But the reality is so much bigger. Every single payment you make is a conscious, strategic decision about your company's future, where you're going to focus, and how you're going to defend your turf. And that brings us to the most crucial point. A patent annuity is that recurring payment that literally acts like a heartbeat, keeping your patent rights alive in a specific country. If you miss a payment, your protection doesn't just get a little weaker. It flatlines. It's over. And just like that, in that market, your innovation becomes fair game for anyone. Okay, so let's see how this actually plugs into your business strategy. Because these payments, they're not just a cost you have to swallow. They are a powerful lever you can pull to drive real growth and defend your territory. And what's wild is how directly these fees connect to your core business goals. You're not just paying to keep a piece of paper alive. You're actively deciding how long that patent lives. You're shaping your global expansion. You're figuring out which markets are really worth your money. And you're building a much stronger case when you go to raise capital. And this right here, this is the biggest risk, no question. A lapsed patent isn't some minor oopsie. It is a wide open door with a welcome mat for your competitors. And believe me, big companies have teams that actively watch for these moments, just waiting to legally swoop in and use your tech the second your protection vanishes. Okay, so if they're so important, why is this so hard to manage? Well, because the moment you go global, you step into this crazy, confusing maze of different rules. But don't worry, we're going to make this whole thing feel a lot more manageable. Here's the secret to making sense of it all. The complexity isn't random. Each country's system, their fees, their deadlines, their penalties, it's all a direct reflection of their own legal culture, their economic goals, and frankly, their philosophy on innovation. And here's a perfect example of what I mean. Some countries start the clock on the anniversary of your filing date. Think about that. It means you could be paying fees before your patent is even officially approved. Others wait until it's granted. That one single difference can totally change your cash flow needs in the early days. The costs are all over the place, too. Some countries have simple flat fees, but a lot of them use escalating fees where the price to maintain your patent gets way more expensive over time, and that forces you to constantly ask a really tough question. Is this tech still valuable enough to justify this rising cost? This table really lays it all out, doesn't it? Just look at the differences in timing, fees, grace periods, and penalties. A mistake in a country with a generous grace period might just cost you a small fine, but that exact same mistake in a stricter country, it could mean your rights are terminated instantly. And that is why a one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work. So how in the world do you navigate all this? Okay, I know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry. Let's get to the playbook. This is the how-to part that gives you a clear path forward. It really boils down to this super simple three-step strategy. First, link every single patent to a clear business goal. Ask why. Why are we protecting this innovation in this country? Second, review your whole portfolio at least once a year. Do those goals still make sense? And third, and this is absolutely the key, you have to systematize. Get this stuff out of random spreadsheets and email chains and into a dedicated system. Because the real game changer in modern IP management is automation. It's what turns all that anxiety of tracking dozens of different deadlines around the world into a simple, predictable rhythm. It just happens. Tools like PowerPatent, which are source mentions, are built for exactly this. And the benefits are just so clear. Automation gives you one dashboard, one single source of truth. It gives you early warnings so you can't get blindsided.
It gets rid of the risk of a critical email getting lost in your inbox. It lets you actually forecast your costs accurately. But you know the most important thing? It frees you, your mind, and your time to focus on what you're actually supposed to be doing, growing the company.
So as we wrap this up, let's just come back to the ultimate stakes. Our source material is crystal clear on this. When one of your patents lapses, you are handing your competitors a piece of the market that you can never, ever get back. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own business. Is your patent's heartbeat steady and strong, actively pumping life into your growth? Or, if you're being honest, is it about to flatline?